You're having relapse in a 2-week period, maybe a 3-week period, maybe even 1 month, and you start to feel good about yourself, start to feel cocky. You start watching start doing all the bad habits, you start scrolling, you start watching all the sexual content, you start watching all the sexual erotic movies, all the erotic music videos, the music, the thoughts, fantasizing and all the rest. Sometimes you may even say you want to even test yourself by watching porn to see whether you actually relapse, to confirm whether you are free from the addiction. And you test yourself. Maybe you fall, maybe you don't, but eventually, along the line, you come across something stimulating and you eventually still fall and relapse. And the whole cycle of guilt, shame, disgust, self-hatred all come back to you. And the depression is worse than the last one. Well, I used to be in that exact same position. I used to manage to get onto decent streaks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes even a month. And I would feel good about myself. I'll feel proud. I'll feel, okay, I'm doing this finally. Then I'll put my foot off the gas. I'll start falling back to the old habits, start scrolling, start watching the erotic content, start doing all the bad habits all over again. And before I know it, sometimes I would even test myself with actual porn. Before I know it, I'm back at square one, feeling the hate, the self-hatred, disgust, the filthiness and everything. Well, today I'll be showing you why you shouldn't put yourself in these dumb positions and what to do about it. My name is Joey CVA, and the goal of this channel is to get men from porn addicts to purposeful and ambitious young men, or men in general. I was a former porn addict, but by the grace of God, I'm a year and 5 months clean. And everything we do here is by the grace of God, not by my own power, not because I'm too perfect, but by the grace of God. So basically, back in the day, when I was like addicted, I'll get to some reasonable good streaks. I would have a good streak. I would have, let me say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes even a month and a week. I'll have good streaks and I will start to feel good about myself, proud. Okay, I'm finally overcoming this addiction. I'm finally winning. I'm winning now. Sometimes I would even test myself and say, okay, let me just watch some to see whether I'm fully addicted, or to confirm whether I've actually beaten the addiction. And I'll just stay I remember one time I think I had it about 3 weeks streak. I was clean for 3 weeks. I said, okay, I was doing good. Then over time, I just started to fall off a bit. Scroll, listen to the sexual music, have the thoughts, nothing bad. And I can't relapse. I cannot relapse. I'm good. I've dealt with clean. No, it won't happen. Nothing will happen to me. Kept on watching. Until one day, I even decided to let me test if I'm still addicted to this thing. Let me watch porn. Let me confirm for myself. Okay, yes. If I don't relapse, I've actually beaten this addiction. So I said, okay. So that day I got my phone, searched up my favorite porn star, my favorite porn, Angela White. And I was watching it. As I was watching, I was fully stimulated and everything, fully stimulated and everything. But somehow, I didn't relapse. And I was like, okay, it seems I've beaten this addiction. Throw my phone away and continue my day. But somewhere along the line, maybe 2 hours later, 3 hours later, that same day, I had the urge. I came across something online and I couldn't just control myself again. And I went straight back to that same video and I relapsed. I watched porn. And the whole cycle of guilt, shame, the self-hate, and everything just came back to me. And I was depressed. It was worse than the last one. And I was still thinking, when will I actually get free from this addiction? So that was basically it. So my basic advice would be for somebody, first of all, stop falling for those stupid thoughts of, okay, I can do this now. We're healed. We can't fall back. Let's take an example. Imagine somebody that's on crack, a crack addict that is in rehab. Let's say he was 2 weeks clean. 2 weeks clean, no usage of crack, nothing. And he was given a test. He was to hold a handful of crack like this for 10 minutes. He was saying he can hold a handful of crack like this for 10 minutes. I say he would not sniff it. Most likely that will be impossible. Most likely that will be impossible. And even if he didn't sniff it at that point in time, sooner or later, if he was given crack again, he'd be like, that's basically it. That's the basic truth. So what are the practical steps you can take to avoid putting yourself in these dumb situations? Well, the first thing I always say is run back to the word of God. Run back to the word. There is no other power. There is no other thing. There's no other mechanism. There's no other tactic. There's no other skill. There's no other routine. There's no other form of help that can truly help you get free from this addiction other than God. I'm telling the truth. I'm a year and 5 months clean today. That would help me get this far. Run back to God. Run back to your word. Study the word. Ask God for help. Most people fail because they think they can do it themselves. They think that, okay, I'm 3 months clean now. Of course, I can do this. I can get to 10 years clean. But eventually, it maybe 2 months clean, maybe 3 months clean, maybe 4 months clean, maybe even I've gotten to a year clean before, but you still fall back. Why? If you could truly escape by yourself, why do you fall back? You can't do this by yourself. You need the help, and the only help you can get is through God. So study your word, fall back. When you feel tempted, seek God's face, pray, meditate on scriptures, watch videos about this subject. What is someone have to say about this, and things will get better from there. The second thing, write down exactly how you feel or how you felt the last time you relapsed. So if the thought of, okay, I'm good now, I'm good, we can just start scoring a little bit, we can start watching small porn here and there, no damage. Write down the effects of how you felt, the shame, disgust that came the last time you watched porn. Write it down on a piece of paper, not your phone, on a piece of paper. Write it out, the exact feelings. And when that feeling comes, or when that thought comes of, let's go and watch this thing, read it, and you know exactly what you're dealing with. If you go through with it, you know exactly where you're headed. If you decide to, okay, I'm doing this now. Then the last step is, don't trust your thoughts. Don't trust your thoughts. You've been trusting your thoughts since. You've been believing in yourself that you can beat this addiction. You've been trusting, no, yes, I made it 3 weeks clean. I can go 6 weeks. I made it 1 month. I can go 4 months. I did 5 months. I can go a year. Cool. But just know, you keep trusting yourself along the line. You can only do so much. You can only handle so much. You can only resist the urge for so much, for so long. Eventually, sooner or later, you'll crack. And when you crack, you will go from here to here. Your mental health destroyed. Your guilt, your shame will be at an all-time high. Your self-hatred and everything like that. So that's basically it. So bottom line is, when those thoughts come, run to the word of God, run to God. Secondly, write down how you feel from the last time to remind yourself of what you are to expect if you go through it. Then the third thing, don't trust your thoughts. Your thoughts are evil. Simple as that. So that's basically it. Hope you like the video. If you find my content or this channel suitable to your current situation, or you find me reasonable to listen to, subscribe, do the YouTube stuff, like the video, share the video, comment, all that stuff. Help the channel grow and all that stuff like that. But I want to ask a favor. I'm actually building something to help men go from porn addicts to purposeful and ambitious young men. So I'm doing some research, and I would like to know about the experiences of guys like you and me, older guys too, of how the addiction has affected them in their lives, how it has impacted them, things like that has done to them, and what they feel could be done about the situation. So I'll leave my Discord username is in the description box. Also, my Discord server, you can chat me out there on my Discord. The name will be there. Chat me out there. We can have a direct conversation, me and me. Personal, intimate, deep. You can ask me questions about what things you want to know about, and I'll answer you based on my own knowledge and things I've learned too. So do that. It'll be nice. Do your best. Trust in God firstly before anything else. Put your faith in God and everything will get better. Beat this addiction. Peace. Thanks.